All right, we're starting momentarily. We are just waiting for l'chaims to go out. We had a whole meal already, a whole suda. We're not yet saying our official remarks. We're waiting for some l'chaims. Right, we will start momentarily. Okay, everyone, come on. All right, let's go. Let's have some l'chaims. Let's go.
How do we do it? You're passing out l'chaims?
Eat.
Oh, make a plate.
Maybe it's all one mishpach.
Okay.
I need a schnapps glass. Yes, schnapps glass. Fine, so bring regular cups. You just have to drink more. So. Starting in a minute. Oh, there we go. Let's go.
Thank you.
Let's go. The mimer is over. Let's get going. Yitzi is a joke.
Yes.
I'm not the Baba Sali yet. The Baba Sali, there's no such as an empty bottle. He got to
Okay.
look at that.
If you need me to be in the background for the share with this cup, I could put more whipped cream if needed.
Okay.
I heard there's a whipped cream shortage, Mash.
Yeah.
L'chaim. L'idishus Rabbeinu Yitzchak ben Shlomo. So Yadenu al Kol Yisrael. I posted part of Shachsanya. Right. I posted part of Shachsanya. For I think this is the 10th year running that we do a siyum and we get together. The photo shel tzaddik. On the Kadish's Yahrtzeit to discuss, his legacy and how it's, it's not a mikra, right? It's not nothing's b'mikra, right? That's exactly what his Torah teaches us, right? The non-mikra, he died in 9 days because his Torah is, the side of Tikun, of how to get out of the brach of Golas. And we discuss this every year from a different angle, right? So, I just want to say that, again, to give Shach Vodah, people know. What happened to me this year? I had a very, a very near brush with death, and Rebbe Shem, was merachim on me, and I have no doubt that the Bar Hilula was melitz for me, right? And I was not able to organize the Suda like I do every year, and so not knowing how to move forward. So I put on a chat, Mila Shem Elai, right? Who's going to do something l'chvodo shel tzaddik, right? And then do something l'chvodo Arizal, right? And it wasn't not even half an hour that Ari Bursi and Yitzi Halpern immediately answered the call, right? And then immediately after that they schlepped in the Moshe Mendel because he wasn't on that chat, right? So they got the writer, really. And look at this. Look at what was done. The Chvodo Shel Tzaddik, on my website we'll post the pictures, about the baby chicken and the roast beef and the spare ribs.
There wasn't roast beef.
It was roast beef. No, it wasn't
roast beef.
What was it called? What do you call it?
Roast beef you can get in traditions.
No. Yeah.
It was a standing bone-in rib roast.
Standing bone-in rib roast. Right. I'm sorry.
That was good.
Right. Oh yeah. Right. That's like nibble pet. I'm sorry. Right. And of course and yain lo yechsar. Right, it was all Kiyara Melech, all L'chvodo Shel Tzaddik, right, and besides the fact that they immediately jumped to do L'chvodo Shel Tzaddik, the Ariya Kor should be Melech Yosha for them, and all Klal Yisrael, right, that there should be only Yeshuas, right, and Birchus B'chol Tuv, and we will get out of this Golas together, B'meher B'yameinu, right, to steer into the we discussed the legacy of the Ari from a different angle every year, but to now discuss it from the angle that we were Messiahing with, right? That Lasla Koshko is also Machol at Tzadikim, V'yoshe Be'enem Be'edim, right? So so Machol is a circular dance. And Rosh is Yosh Be'enem is bestowed in Americas, and they say Zeh Hashem, Zeh Kivino, then Zeh Hashem Kivino. It's from Eloheinu to Haya, right? And that's all beside Mochel Tzaddik surrounds HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and they point and they Zeh Hashem Kivino, right, to unpack what that Gemara is saying, because I read the Gemara ended talking about Tu B'Av after it discussed first Chorban Abayis and everything that Chazal goes because of Chorban Abayis, and then spoke about the Eid of Tu B'Av, which is a little bit of the Or and Nechama that shines through, and we'll explain that. And then it ends off. So on Tu B'Av, they had this Machal, the Bnos Yisrael or Cholos, the Kromim, that is circular dance, and it was a day of Shidduchim. And then this there'll be a Machal at Tzadikim. Right. So now to understand all this and what this has to do with the Bar Hilula, we find an interesting thing about Shem Shamayim. Right? Shem Shamayim. Right. So one Mishnah says in Ovis, Kol Knisiyah Shel Shem Shamayim Safol Iskayim. Right. A ingathering, a convergence, getting together, L'Shem Shamayim. That's what's going to endure. Right. Right. If it's not L'Shem Shamayim, it'll fall apart. Right. Right. All right, but then we have something else. So the next parak, right? Machloikes shila shem shamayim sofalis kayim. A division. So there's knessia shem shamayim, right? If it's a shem shamayim, sofalis kayim. And there's machlokes. If there's a division and if there's a splintering, but if it's the shem shamayim sofalis kayim. So you have to ask yourself a question: does shem shamayim pull things together, or does shem shamayim pull things apart? And simply on a permanent basis, so for the sky. Right? You have to say, what is the Indian of Machlokas Hashem Shamayim? What's good about it? And how does it square with the fact that there's Knessil Hashem Shamayim? Right? So, what does it say about Shem Shamayim? Right? That on the one hand, it makes convergence, on the other hand, it makes Machlokas. What do we have like that? What?
Towards the reborn, but often go equal. So
Yeah.
the idea of expansion and then comes back equal.
No kidding. No, true. But that means that Shem Shamayim is beside Nekudas Hamerkaz, point center, because point center is where everything meets, but point center is also where everything divides. Right? Where does right end and left begin? What do you say? Right is finished. Here, from this point onwards, it's left. Here, up ends. From this point onwards, it's down. Right? That point center. Point center is, on the one hand, where everything ends, and comes together. But on the other hand, it's where everything separates. Because point center is what will separate between the right and the left, between the up and the down, between the in and the out. Right? And that wasn't just hyperbole, right? Beside the Vav Ksavos that we're going to talk about, right? The 6 edges of the 3 dimensions, right? Point center is, on the one hand, it's a unifier and it's a divider. Right? So it's a davar niflam, right? That Shem Shamayim, there's a question that we have about reality itself. That reality is made up of so many different koichas. Some of them are mutually exclusive. You have fire and you have water, just as an example. And there are other kochos that they cannot occupy the same place at the same time. They would neutralize each other. They cancel each other out. Right? So, we have to, on the one hand, keep them separate, right? So they don't cancel each other out. But on the other hand, you can't have them flying each off in their own direction, because if they do that, the universe will cease to exist, because everything would just, explode. You don't want neither implosion nor explosion, right? You got to keep everything in a perfect balance, right? So in science, this is a mystery. They ask what holds the world together. What keeps the world together? There's like opposing co-hosts, and yet it's still a unified universe because there is a certain called reciprocity, right? That all the co-hosts are mashlim each other. So, what holds this thing in this perfect, perfect balance, that things supplement each other, but don't cancel each other out and don't fly off in their own direction. So in physics, they talk about dark matter, right? Which they don't know what it means. They're called dark because they have no idea what they're talking about. Dark matter, because we don't see it, we don't know what it is, right? And somehow it's holding things together, right? And in the perfect balance that they're together in the way that they supplement each other, but don't fly off and don't neutralize each other. Right? Chazal are omid on it that the Nekudas HaMerkaz is Shem Shamayim, right? The Rebbe Shem's divine name that all the Bria came from, right? That everything Kol Nikra B'Shmi Ulchvodi Brosif Yitzarsiv Apasisiv. All that's called by name. By my honor, for my own glory, I created it, I fashioned it, and I made it. It all starts from Kol Nikra B'Shmi. It all starts with the divine name. All that's called by my name. Right? That Shem Shemaim is the shurish of the Bria, right? That everything comes out, and that's what a Chazal darshan for that pasuk. Kol ma shebra koshku lo bra el l'chvodo, right? Because everything that exists is really a form of Gilui Shem Shemaim, and Shem Shemaim stands at the center, and it branches out. So, like the Maral explains on that Mishnah that we just quoted, Machlokas Shem Shemaim. If let's say God would just create one thing, just one thing, which are not, and of course, one thing, there wouldn't be any problem, there wouldn't be any machlokas, if it's all the same thing. What glory is that of one God? That one God only could create one thing. The unbelievable chiddush of monotheism that Avraham Avinu was oimed on is that one God, the same one God, could create even things that are mutually exclusive, even things that are soiser each other. See, that's why Avodah Zorah on a superficial level makes sense. Right, because the kochos of the Bria sometimes are mutually exclusive and cannot coexist, so they must have come from separate sources. So there's a fire god, there's a water god, there's a different makor and shirish for each koyach. Right, Avraham Avinu, understood, that one Ribono Shel Olam even for the things that are mutually exclusive, and that's the side of machlokas l'shem shamayim. Machlokas l'shem shamayim. Things are different and even mutually exclusive to show what the Ribono Shel Olam can do. That the Ribono Shel Olam, from his name, could even create two things that are mutually exclusive. That's godless. One God can even create two things that can't coexist. Right? It's an amazing thing that one shurish for even the mutually exclusive. Right? Right? That is godless. Right? But on the other hand, right, the Ribono Shel Olam wants to create a unified place, a unified universe. Right, and that there's Achdus in the universe, and that Achdus is right. Kol mashabra karshku lo bra elo lechvodo. Right, so that also is rooted in Shem Shemaim. Shem Shemaim holds things separate, and Shem Shemaim holds things together. Right, and a person who's omed on the sod of Shem Shemaim, right, is omed on the sod that the whole cosmic DNA, that the whole Bria is based on. Everything is Shemus of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Everything is what HaKadosh Hu wanted to reveal. Right, and for his godless, right? What is the definition of existence? What does it mean to exist? Right? So my Rebbe, Moshe Shapiro, told us in Shir, right? You know what existence is, right? What HaKadosh Hu wants to show you. What HaKadosh Hu wants to show you, right? That's existence. And that's the side of Suma Choshev Kames, right? A person who can't see and can't see the Gilui. So it's Choshev Kames, it's out of reality. Right? Because what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants to show you, that's what it means to exist, right? And that's the side. The first thing the Rebbe Shel Olam created was or, right? That's crazy, right? If you built this house, you almost stole this house. You took it as a shell, right? And then you built it up, and made the seller, regret it because what you made out of this place, unbelievable. I remember what it was beforehand, unbelievable, right? When did you turn the lights on? When did you turn the lights on?
Not so long. Huh?
You turned the lights on when you were finished. Right?
When I walked in.
Yeah, we walked in. Right. So the Rebbe Shel Olam, right? He hadn't made anything yet. And he turned the lights on. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It does. Why?
It's physics.
What?
The entire universe. We experience the universe in a physical reality. Einstein's theory of relativity showed that on superatomic particles, the entire universe is actually just photons strung across,
Right.
which manifests as physical objects, but that's not actually what reality is.
Yeah. Okay. There's a simple way to say it, right? Right. Because reality is what Rebbe wants to show you.
That's
What
he
Rebbe
was just
Megal
saying?
to. I think so. Yeah, whatever. So
In a way, actually, yes. Because
Yes.
our eyes read photons.
that's why
And
the first
point
thing,
is, everything we see
Rabbi Yosef,
is
eat
secondary.
meat.
What's really
You were invited. You were invited. You were invited. It's mutter. It's mutter. You eat meat. Eat meat. What? Anyways, the first thing that created was light, right? Because that sets the tone for reality. Rebbe wants to be Megala to you. You'll see Megala Shem Shemai, which is the Torah. Kinetz of the Torah or Raisa, right? Reality is what Rebbe wants to show, right? And everything that exists is another Gili of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and that's what means everything that exists has a shame, right? And the shame is not something that you hear about. The shame is something that you should see, not just hear about, right? Varayel Dover. So the Parsha says in Bereshis that everything that the Adam called the animals, that's its name, right? So the Medrash says on that that when the Malachim were makatreg on the Brias Adam Arishan, they say you're enamored with this Adam thing. And Adam Arishan was Jewish, by the way. It wasn't Josh Shapiro, but he was Jewish, right? Right. Adam Rishon was a Yid, right? As we'll explain, right? And that's beside Atem Kriyim Adam, right? So you say, what's you're enamored with this Adam project, Ma'anash Kitis Kereno, and he says, he's smarter than you guys. And he passed in front of the angels, all the different animals, and said, what's this name? What's his name? And Adam Rishon said, this is a shore. There's a Gamal. And Hashem says, and what's my name? He said, your name is Adnos. Ata Adam l'chol briyosecha. And what's your name? Adam. Shenivresi min Adam. Adam Rishon could tell the name by looking at things. He didn't hear the name. He saw the name. Because the shame is revelation. And that's the soul of Kana Shem Tov, Kana La'atzmo. Right? The mile of Shem Tov is that it's been revealed that you're a good person. Not just that people hear, right? That's called Shmur. Shmur Sotova, Shmur Solotova, right? The shame, right, is that the essence comes out and it's revealed. Right? And everything that exists is all from Shmur. And even the other Shemos are all branches. So Shem Havaya divides up to the Shem Elokim and the Shem Shakai and the Shem Kel. And it's all connected to the same Shem Havaya. And that's what we say, Bayomu Yeh Hashem Echad Ushmo Echad. They're going to see all the different Shemos and all that are connected, all the different meters. They all come from one Shirish, all from the Shem Havaya Baruch Hu. Right? And we have to look at everything that there is in the Bria as different, and as much as it branches out, it all comes from the same chain, right? And that's the whole avodah of the Adam, right? The avodah of the Adam, right, is to reveal this, right? The avodah of the Adam refers to Klal Yisrael. Ushmenu rasa b'shmecha, right? HaKadosh's name is on upon us. That's our mission, right? To be the Galish Shemayim in the world. That's what it means to look or lagoyim, right? Or just like Torah's or. So or lagoyim, just like ner mitzvah Torah or Raisa or lagoyim is that our mission that the Rebbe gave us his Torah, that Raisa, it's Tako Raisa Bora Alma, that the Torah is all kulo shemosav shal Kodesh Baruch Hu, right? The Rebbe gave us his Torah that with this tool we will reveal in the whole world everything is Shem Shemaim. Everything is built on Shem Shemaim. That is our mission, and only we can do it because Shem Shemaim is chal on us. Right, so the Rebbe put his name on us, and Ushmenu Karasa Bishmecha. We're called his people, right? And that's why we can do this avoda of being Megala, that his shame is nikra on everything, right? So now we reveal it in the branches, and we bring the branches back to the common shirish, right? The common root, which is HaKadosh Baruch Hu, right? So now you have to understand, that's what it means. We alluded to before. We see in our Hadron. Right, that the mikdash is built with two hands. Mikdash Shem Konu Yadecha. Right, Rebbe does things with one hand. Yadi Yastarts, you mean Tavcha Shemaim, right? And the Gshamim are also because of Tzadikim Davin, and that's two hands. What does two hands represent? Right and left. Right is not left, and left is not right. Right. right? And what we have to do is, it's not, we say constantly that we need smaller iskalo biyamina. We say throughout Chazal, right? Throughout Zohar, we have to make, throughout the Mekubalim, we have to make the small nichlal biyamin because leftists don't have a right to exist. Right, right. So now they exist, right? But we put there to be nichlal. They have to exist, but be nichlal biyamin, and that's our avodah, right? To bring the left hand to the right hand, right? Right.
Well, just to clarify, you said before,
Right.
God is the Merkaz, yet he creates division. So what is
Yeah,
it?
I'm finished. I want to take a doggy back. I want to take. Yeah. It's unbelievable. I'm taking this home for Shabbos Kodesh. Right. There'll be 2 mitzvahs with this meat. Right.
You said that the Baruch is both. He's a center, but also
That right creates machlokas, but we have to link the machlokas back to Shem Shamayim, which is.
Just clarify from what you said before. If he's a center, that means everything is a point center. Means everything is therefore is separate from him. So you can be the east or the west at the same time. Therefore, you have machlokas. But if you go five,
But it has to be l'shem Shamayim, l'shem Shamayim, l'shem Shamayim. L'shem Shamayim is that that you could branch out in different directions if it's l'shem Shamayim. Otherwise, it's ain't sof kayim, right? So the leftists that want to break off from Shem Shamayim, the Bezer Hashem, they won't have a kiyum, b'meir b'yameinu, right? We need smaller iskalo b'yamina, right? We have to unite them with the right, and that's through Shem Shamayim, right? Because there's a place for left, to being din, and that's and that's what it means that that the Rebbe should create Shamayim with the right hand, which is ruchnius, right? Shamayim ruchnius. Right hand, and the oritz, which is create behester parm, with the left hand, right. So and the Rebbe left it up to us. That's our avoda to reveal the Shem Shamayim, right? To pull the two together, and that happens first. That happens by the Beis HaMikdash, which is the convergence of the universes of heaven and earth. That's where heaven and earth converge, right? That's where they converge, right? But it was also by Geshamim. That you put the heaven and earth in a cooperative relationship, that the heaven and earth don't fly off in their opposite directions, but the heaven is mefarnes, the earth. And that's also through the Silsil Tzadikim that bring the two hands together. You bring the two hands together, it brings out the koach of the Merkaz that unites, right? So now, and that's all, these are the topics of Maseches Ta'anis, that we are misane, like unfortunately over Chorban Abayis, just like we're misane over Atziros Keshamim, and we explained in our Hadron, because that Atziros Keshamim is the left hand and the right hand don't get together, just like Chorban Abayis, the left hand and the right hand separated, right? Because the Indian of the Makom HaMikdash is to make this Makom, this Nekudas HaMerkaz, where heaven meets earth, right? And everything sees its common source, right? And that's a davar nifla mode. Right, of course, it's called HaKadosh Baruch Hu's house. It's called HaKadosh Hu's house. It's the place of the Torah, right? As the halacha is and should be b'meir b'yameinu, ikar Torah shebal peh is belishkas hagazis, right? That's also where the Torah is. Right now it's manifest in the Talmud Bavli because we're in Golus. But before that, the lishkas hagazis, where the grandson said, that's what determined what Torah is. I was in the Lishkas HaGazis, right? And that's where all Am Yisrael gets together. The Rambam writes, both in the Sefer HaMitzvahs and in the Yad HaChazaka, that one of the mitzvahs of being a bais, Vasili Mikdash, is a makom of Aliyah L'Rega, where all Am Yisrael gets together. That means Am Yisrael, the Torah, and HaKadosh Baruch Hu, beside Yisrael, V'Raisa, V'Kutsha, Brichu, Chadu, because all these three things are connected Shem Shamayim. HaKadosh Baruch Hu. The Torah is also called Kul Shemos HaKadosh Baruch Hu because Shmo is Gematria Ratzon. What does God want? What's going on? What's in this Torah? Ratzon is Gematria Shmo, right? And Am Yisrael is Shmeinu Karasa B'Shmecha. Everything converges at that point. That's the point of convergence, and that's the side of Beis Hamikdash Shomata Mechuman connect Beis Hamikdash Shomala, because where's the center? Where's the center of length? Where's the center of width? Where's the center of depth? Where's the center of dimensions that we don't know? All in the same place, because center is the center of all the dimensions. And that's sort of Beis Hamikdash Shomata, connected Beis Hamikdash Shomala. It's a Beis Hamikdash point center of all the olamas. It's all the same point center. It's all the same point center, right? And that's the side, right? How big is the center? How big is the center?
No space.
No space. right? And that's what it means. Davar zeh misar shasenu ha'oron eino min hamida. The Aron, where the Shekhinah was, where the Torah is. The Torah is in the Aron. Eino min hamida. It doesn't take up space, a point center. And in Bai Sheni, where they didn't have the Aron, what was there? The Even Shasia Shemimeno Hu Shasa Olam. Everything branches out from that point, right? So now this is all good philosophy, right? That and the person who understands this understands how the mission of Am Yisrael. That it's not just talk, but understands how we are rooted in the divine name, and that we bring out the divine name in everything, and that's the Or Lagoyim, right? Anyone who understands this sod understands, right, why the mitzvahs that we have, the Tariq mitzvahs, it can only be these Tariq mitzvahs and nothing else. Nothing else will bring out Shem Shamayim in the Bria. Right, you understand why it has to be Am Yisrael, why it has to be these Tariq mitzvahs, and how everything that we believe in is true, that everything is Yahrtzeit Mishem Shamayim, that that Shem Shamayim is the programming for everything, even Chas v'Shalom, the Ra, it's all programming within Shem Shamayim. If Shem Shamayim wouldn't allow for that detour, it would never happen, right? Moshe used to give a mashal, Yaakov Weinberg, right, used to give a mashal from basic algebra. X squared is equal to 4. What's X? What's X? 2. Only 2? Right, that's right. -2 also. Yeah. -2 also solves the equation. Shem Shamayim is a cosmic formula. And that means everything, and that's what we mean, called down Ishmael Latav, because everything is part of the cosmic formula. You cannot derail the universe from Shem Shamayim. Right? So how is the universe derailed? We see, I mean, look, whatever. Don't get me started. Everything that's wrong in the world. I don't know, even Abu P. Tim. Whatever. What he puts in the bathrooms. Tim. They went midechi el dechi from the cackler to Tim. Right. The ashchas that they're in the world. Right. There's another nifla, right? That if you look at all the nevuos and all the tefillos, right, it's all about re'iyah. V'sechazena einenu b'shuvcha l'tzion b'rachamim ve'einenu sirena malchusecha ki ayin ba'in yor b'shua Hashem v'areinu Hashem okay machzeh everything belongs to re'iyah. Let's see, because where the is broken, outer level, the outer layer that you could see. That's where it's broken. It's not broken in the pneumius that we hear about, but we can't see. The shvira is in the overt level that could be seen, and that's the site of what it says in Kisvei Baal Hilula, that the shvira's came was in the Oros Hayinayim of Adam Kadbo. Oros Hayinayim. That's where the break, where things are broken, is only on the apparent level. But that's the whole kilkul, and what you see is what you get. What you see is what you get. So it hurts a lot, even though it's only on a certain outer layer, right? And the Tikun lays in being megale, because we say that's the tachlis. Gale kvod machus leidu. That just episode, everything, the first thing created was or, right? The Tikun is that it should be perfectly revealed and perfectly visible, right? Hashem came, and that's what the Beis Hamikdash was all about. Right. That liros is pnei Adon Hashem. Okay, so you came liros, right, to see that Hashem came. Right. That was the tikkun of Beis Hamikdash. That was or. It was or. Right, and that's so that Bava ben Buta told Hurdas after he killed Khan, you cover Orosham, liasik Orosham, you extinguish the light of the world. Kinar mitzvah Torah by killing out Khan, liasik ba'oroshal olam. Right, be osik in Orosham, which is renovate the Beis Hamikdash. The end of the Beis is liros as pnei Adon Hashem. The Nekudas Hamerkas was revealed. But you couldn't be an apikars if you went to the Beis Hamikdash and you saw all the nisim that they were there, and it was besod the Nekudas Hamerkas, because from the Nekudas Hamerkas you reach other dimensions. You reach all dimensions, and that's a sort of omdim tzfufim umishtachamim ravachim. When they submitted to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, all of a sudden extra space opened up. When they were standing, there were sardines, tack, and when they back, it expanded, extra space opened up. Right? And this was constant in the Kodesh HaKadoshim, Ha'oron, Eino Min Amida, the Oron, where it was that so mamish in the Kodesh HaKadoshim, didn't take up space. Right? Because it would take up space, there wouldn't be enough place to contain it within the Kodesh HaKadoshim with the wingspan of the wingspan of the Kruvim, right? So that's what when we had the Beis Hamikdash on earth, right? It was besod Gilui Nekuras HaMerkaz, right? And we can understand everything. We can understand how Am Yisrael is the chosen people, and the Tikun of the whole world is totally in Am Yisrael. Shem Shemayim is Chal on Am Yisrael. The Tikun of the whole world is totally in Torah, right? That was the Gilui of the Beis Hamikdash. And with the Churban Beis Hamikdash, we lost that being apparent, and that's called everything that's broken on the visible level, and all the tefillos are to restore to the visible level. All the kilkul of the olamas is on the visible level, but the visible level is what we experience, and that's what hurts, right? So now the chachma of that the Ariya Krush was megala to us, and it is decided that this chachma is going to be in this gala more towards the end to bring the tikkun, right? Is that the chachmas HaKabbalah, right? Is all about this idea, this science of showing that the whole bria and everything that runs the bria and Am Yisrael and the mitzvahs is all about Gilui Shem Shamayim. That's what this chachma is about. And to the extent that we know it, so now what happens? A stupid person, he looks around, he doesn't see much. An intelligent person sees things that the stupid person doesn't see. Right? So it comes out that knowing Chochmas HaKabbalah, how everything comes from Shem Shamayim, and everything is Ba'achdus Gomur, right? All coming from Shem Shamayim. Knowing it also brings it in to not just into the world, into the mind, but it affects the eyes, and it offsets the kilkul that there is, that seemingly there is no God, Chas v'shalom, and everything's running hefker, and all the kochs of the bria, and all the different parties are all running in their own direction, right? And you don't see Shem Shamayim in anything, right? Knowing it causes you to see it, which causes the comeback of the Beis Hamikdash, and that's the sort of what Chazal say, Kol mi sheish bo das kilu nivne Beis Hamikdash b'yamav. Right, so the koch of Bari Lula, right? That, and he was nifter during the 9 days. First of all, if not him, the Sefer Azor, Zor, right, would be a totally sealed book. We wouldn't know what it's saying. And he gave us, the technology to decode the Zohar. But he gave us the technology to decode how we can explain everything is b'ashgacha pratis. Everything comes mishem shamayim. And anyone who's baki in this chachma looks at the bria differently. And if a critical mass of people would look at the bria this way, we would pierce the illusion, and the Geula would come immediately. And that the Ramchal says, right. Right, and that's good. That's what it says in the Zohar. Parashat also begin to asi so ilana dichaye. Do you say for Azor? Begin ken yifkum in galusa barachame. Am Yisrael's also to eat from the Eitz HaChaim, which is the Sefer Azor, and with that we'll get out of the ghost barachame, not bedinim, barachame. Right, but you have to understand Zohar. You need the Ari. Right, that brings into the world the chlorite that we got from the Beis Hamikdash, and that brings us back to being ro'ui to the Beis Hamikdash. Right, and so it's not a coincidence that he was nifter in Hey Av. Kayadua, the fifth midah, if you start from Chesed, is Hod, and he was nifter on Hey Av. That's Hod Sheba Hod, mamish like Lag BaOmer. Except that he is a countermeasure to Hey Av in the middle of the 9 days, where it says in Daniel, V'hoidi nefach alayla mashkes, that the midah of Hod, which is revelation, is also the part that could be reversed. God forbid. That's what's broken about the bria, and the Ari is a countermeasure to that, right? So with the schus of the Ari, right, we could see how everything is besod shem shamayim, which is the nekuda merkozis of the bria. Right, and that's what he also writes in his ksavim, that the tzimtzum was in the nekudas hamerkaz. Tzimtzum was in the nekudas hamerkaz means, right, an amazing thing, right? The nekudas hamerkaz that of course everyone asks the Mefarshim, it ain't so if every nekuda could be the merkaz because there's infinite directions in either direction. No, nekudas hamerkaz means that the bria was built on a central idea of Malchus Hashem. A central idea of Shem Shamayim. And that's what's going to be revealed on Tu B'Av, which is a little bit of a comeback from Churban Abayis. To explain what Tu B'Av is very briefly, what I heard from my Rebbe, Rav Moshe Shapira. He says that in Lashon HaKodesh, if you double the last letters, that means smallness. Like Katan is small. Ketantan is very small. El, so El, is, it's a deity, it's a strength. Elil is a Getchka. Why? Getchka, little god. Make fun of it. Getchka, right? Elil. So if feed that Nisan, which is a Chodesh Agulas, Chodesh Aviv. So what does that mean? That means little Av. That means what Av is destined to be. It doesn't mean it's going to make Nisan look small by comparison, right? But that's
It makes it small.
That's what called Lashon HaKodesh. That means so Chodesh HaAviv is little Av. That Nisan is going to be small by comparison to Av. When the Geula comes, problem is, whenever there's a big Gilui, there's also Kitrugin. That's why we have the big Nefila in Av, because it's the big challenge. Besides, Gil Matos HaKodesh Lo Son Elis Matos HaKodesh Yisrael Lo Son Elis Torah Eretz Yisrael V'Olam Haba. The big Matanos come be Yisurin. Right, so Av, which is going to be the big matana, comes to be a surin. But lost love, it's going to be Av, as in make Nisan look small by comparison. Make Nisan look small by comparison, right? And that's the end of Tu B'Av, where so in Olam Hazeh, it's the Benos Yisrael, which is Knesset Yisrael. The Benos represent the Am, because the woman of Shir Shem is Knesset Yisrael. They dance in a circle, and they want a husband, but the husband of our national husband is HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And Lo'os that there's going to be a Machol at Tzadikim, right? We're going to see it's called the Nekudas Americas, this point center, which in Olam Hazeh, that's the Beis Hamikdash. And in time, that's Shabbos. That if you have the 6 points of the 6 edges of the 3 dimensions, so what's the 7th? The center. Right, that's why the Beis Hamikdash and Shabbos are Hukash does it. What's also to do on Shabbos? Where you Lamed Tesmach, so learned out of the Mishkan. Right, what the Beis Hamikdash is in space is what Shabbos is in time, and that's what it's going to be in the Elef Hashmida. We said that we're going to say that everyone's going to be Machal Tzim. They're going to see that center, and Zeh refers to the 12 tribes of Am Yisrael. Zeh Gematria 12. All Am Yisrael is points to the point center, and that's the 13th. That makes Gematria Echad. It's the Aleph of Echad. The 12 is Ches and Dalet. The 8 children of Rachel and Leah, and the 4 children of Bilhah and Zilpah, right? And the 13th is the Aleph of Echad, and they all point and say Zeh Elokeinu Zeh Kivilo Zeh Havaya Kivilo. They were night, which did with Chesed, and it's going to say it's all one. Bestowed Ushmo Echad. One name created all the other names. There aren't separate kochos in the Bria. It all comes from one God. It's all part of one unified plan. And that's what's going to happen, Lost in Lovo. And that's all. And the Chachma of the Bar Hilula is the one that makes us not just talk about this, but to really understand this and be real with it. And the extent that we are understand it and we're real with it, right? We are actually doing the Tikun and bringing about the Or of the Beis Medrash, and it will culminate with coming with the beginning of Beis Medrash. Amen. Amen. L'chaim.